Alright, everybody. I'm back. We need to finish the book, or at least get farther. I did the binding, put the book together. I have a little middle here to attach the pages. We have to decorate the cover and everything. What I want to start with is, I believe, I want to pick papers for backings for this, and I want to do it. So I'm making the book for my granddaughter. She's 6 years old. This is The Lion and the Mouse from the Aesop Fable paper. And I cut all this stuff apart, and it's gonna go in 4 pages. And honestly, what I need to do is decorate and get them on and figure out, I'm thinking 4 pages. So like this would be on one, this would be on one, the story, this could be on one, right? And the story. Now that's what I thought originally. I did. And then I thought, well, the problem with this is I want her to be able to look at the pictures as she's going. So I think what I'm going to do is put this on its own piece of paper, laminate it, and put a pocket at the front, and that way they can pull it out and read it and look through the pictures at the same time, right? Because a 6-year-old doesn't want to read the story and then look at the pictures later, or look at the pictures and then read the story, right? So that's where we're headed, I think. That's the direction. So I can make it on a page if I don't have enough, because I already made the pages. So, and I have pulled background paper that I thought might kind of add to the feel, but not take too much away from it. So, of course, it will be matte layered. So it'd be this, and then a matte layer, right? Now that matte layers, okay. This matte layers, okay. This paper feels better for it. Maybe that's okay. I don't think the orange is gonna work. This will work. I think that's in there, so that'll work. And what else do we have? I just grabbed some that I thought might work with it. So even we could do the green polka dots. Maybe that's a better idea. Maybe the green polka dots would be better. She is a little girl, after all. Green polka dots. What's this? This one. Oh, that looks good too. Maybe. See, this is the backside of flamingo paper. But I'm not using the flamingo, so I might as well. Look at it. I have a bunch of it. This is different. Look at that one. That maybe. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these. Ooh, that's too busy. Too busy. So I've got polka dots and this one. This is pineapple on the other side. But I still got more left of it. See? I've had plenty of it. So using the B side is not an issue. Alright, so we'll do that. Oh, that one's already cut. Somehow. Maybe it's just a smaller size. That's already cut. I mean, those are... so I need these all to be the same as my pages, which is 7 inches. So we're gonna do 7 inches. Maybe, let me put these over here where they're safe. Maybe we'll do 6.5 by 6.5 and leave a white border. There's white in these, so that'll work. And then if we want to, we can mat it in white also. So we'll see. So these are 7, so we'll do 6.5 by 6.5, which is still, you know, a 6 by 6 would be a really nice size, because then I could get 2 pages out of one, but I think a 6 by 6 is too small. What I need to do is find, okay, here's 6 by 6 paper pad. Let me just take one. And just look, but I think, see, that's just, well, it could work, but all this stuff then is going to be coming off the sides. Nope. Even with the 6.5, it still might, but we're going to try the 6.5. At least one 6.5 we'll try. I got plenty of that paper, and I might as well use it. So let's do one 6.5. I'm gonna come to 6.5. And 6.5. This is not a scrap buster, by no means is it. I'm making big size scraps, so so it would be like that, and I like that. I like the way that's framed. And actually, what I want to do is take a corner rounder and round it. I think I'm gonna go straight on and do it. Let's see what we get. Yeah, just a little bit of a round. That's what I get. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Okay, that's better, I think. Okay, so then this would go on here, and I'm liking that. So this now is going to be too small, right? Not big enough. I need to save that for something else. And I have another, my second one 6.5. By 6.5. And let's get the corners rounded. Just to give it a little bit of a better finished look. Okay. And then I said the green polka dots, right? That's gonna be really bright. I just wonder if that's a mistake. Okay, I'm gonna stick to it. If it's really bright, it's really bright. We can always tone it down somehow. Ink it up or something. 6.5 by 6.5. And round my corners. See, sometimes, I don't know. I've never been big on punches. I remember back when punches were just hard to use. There we go. Maybe I'm just not putting it in hard enough. And another 6.5 by 6.5. Oh, maybe we can use them. Did I make that? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. Make sure the whole thing's in. See, it didn't cut. All of a sudden, you see why I don't like these things. There we go. It's getting that paper in there right. I don't know what I do. Well, I think it'll work anyways. I did also want to round off my corners, and now I'm worried about it. Do I really want to do that? I wanted to round the corners of the book also, but I'm not so sure now. Well, let's see. I guess it's something to do with the way I'm putting it in. It should just be straight in, and I guess I'm not putting it straight in. Okay, so what I started doing is making sure this whole thing is filled in. And that seems to be helping. Let's see if that keeps working. See, that didn't work that time. There we go. It's like if it's not all the way in, it's missing somehow. Maybe pieces get stuck. I didn't do this one. And you got to shove it all the way in there to knock them other pieces out or something. I don't know. But there we go. All right, so now I just need to glue. And I'm only going to glue to one side, right? Because they're going back to back. So one's going to be the backing to the other, right? Like that. That's how they're going to be. So, get my glue. I just wanted to get glue all over the whole thing. So I did. When I cut on my trimmer, and I don't know if it's true of yours, but I have a good side and a bad side. And so I looked to make sure I was getting the good side on here. Getting this paper on the good side. It doesn't look like it's cut straight. Something's not cut straight. Okay. So when I was doing the book and doing the video, and it was an hour long, and I don't know how long this is going to take, but it was an hour long. I got really, really thirsty. And so this time I made sure, just in case this is another long one, and I brought my Coke. So I don't know why I'm so thirsty today. It could be the heat. The air feels really heavy outside today. So instead of just being hot, there's more going on. I don't know what. But like I said, the air just feels really heavy today. Now, I honestly thought about inking backgrounds for this, with like sparkle ink or something, and I thought, no, not for this one. Maybe another one somewhere will do that, but I think not for this one. Okay. This corner is not quite right, so I'm gonna see. Okay. Cute pineapples. Like, how come I have never used this paper? Maybe I have, but I need to have a party so I can make invitations. Okay. This is going pretty good. Pretty smooth right now. I like rounding the pages. It just kind of gives it a more finished look. And sometimes when I do my cards, I like to round the mats and layers instead of leaving them square. And I just am not that good with the rounder, like you saw. But that corner rounder, it gives me troubles. But even when you scrapbooking, you know, sometimes it's nice to round the corners on your pictures. There was a time when you used to order pictures and they would be the squares. They weren't 4x6. They were maybe 3.5 by 3.5 or something like that. And they were squares and the corners would be rounded. And them old pictures and I don't know when we went to the bigger sizes. I don't remember when it happened. I think I was young when everybody went to 4x6. But some of my boys' pictures when they were babies are in that smaller square size. And I think you could get them again. I think they're starting to get them again. All right. So now I have my 4 pages. Here's the book. So we'll do like a green and this, and they'll go on there, and those two will go together. So I say 4 pages. Some people will consider it only 2, right? Only 2 pages. All right. So those are those. So that's done. I'm wondering about putting these on the front, maybe. Maybe we could do this and a little bit of this and use these instead of wasting these. And, oh, I could just layer them and that would add some strength to my cover. And then I could actually come in with the pineapple for the binding. Wonder if that would work. Thinking. Always, always thinking. Sometimes I get myself in trouble. Too much thinking. You ever feel like that? I think we all feel like that sometimes, don't we? All right, so I'm gonna get my pictures now, and I'm definitely gonna be using that guy. And so right now is the time to trim away anything that I want to trim, but I wanted to keep him pretty loose like this. I didn't want to go in real tight on him. The others I kind of had to, but not really with him. So I'm going to cut a little bit away from his paw here, because because I didn't like that part. And now I have to decide, do I want to mat him in black or white? That's what I need to decide. It's a big page for such a small amount. That's for the cover. But they're all gonna be... See, for him, it's because he's not. Maybe I need to get some of this grass here for him coming out, and some of the trees. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna glue him down, and then I'm just gonna cut him out. Is how I plan on doing it. Now, do I do it in white, black? Do I do it in white? If I do it in white, he might get lost. I thought that was my scraps from earlier. So white and then black would definitely, maybe that's what I need to do. Or I could do black and then white. And for an adult, I think I would do the black and then the white. But I think since I'm doing this for a child, I think I'm gonna go the white and then the black. That way she doesn't feel like everything's nighttime. That makes sense. Just trying to think like a child, right? I mean, already this is kind of grown up looking kind of illustrations, and you know, it's not cartoony. I'm not saying they're not appropriate. They are. They're beautiful. That's why we're using it. But for a child, we have to remember it's for a child. And we need to keep it a little light. We don't want it to seem dark. Okay. So now I'm just gonna take and do, just cut around it. I'm not gonna worry about it. It will be what it will be. It's like a shadow layer, sort of. And probably not usually as detailed, especially with these other ones. Probably not as detailed as the original cutout. Ooh. See how I'm messing up? But guess what? I'm not worried about it. Because I believe putting it on the black after, I do not like sharp edges. See that? Felt like a sharp edge there. Okay. I just don't like tips on things for some reason. That's something that is a thing for me, for sure. Okay, so he's gonna come, and I'm gonna put him on here, and glue him there. Then it's not going to be a big mat, so I'm not going to put it in the middle of the paper or anything. I'm going to put my cap on my glue though. I'm going to hold it down a little bit before I cut. And this is probably going to be even less detailed, if that's possible. So each layer is going to have less. I'm going to mess this one up badly. Let's see. I really won't know till I get done, because sometimes I think I mess up and it looks good. Sometimes I think I did good and I come back and, oh. So I'm not going to worry too much here until I get done and see what I've done. And it could just be a matter of, because you really can't tell until it's on the page. And I think that's okay. You know, get rid of this little tip here. Snip that, snip it more. There we go. Okay. So now this can go on here. I want it, it's kind of got a bow in it a little bit, I think, from just from all the layers of paper and glue, and it's getting a little thick. That's all right. So I'm going to stick him on here. And you know what? I didn't even look to figure out which one should go where. And so this one's probably going to be my last page, because the mouse is playing and everybody's happy. And I'm going to stick this up here underneath my plates. And I think I'm gonna get my marquee and stick it on top. There we go. Put some weight to hold it down. So I need the story portion. The story. Where are you? Where did I put the story? Here it is. Okay. Do you want me to read the story to you? Lion lay asleep when a little mouse came upon him unexpectedly, and in his haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose. Roused from his nap, the lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature to kill him. Right here. So this is first. Spare me, begged the poor mouse. Please let me go, and someday I will surely repay you, and that's this one. The lion was much amused to think that a mouse could ever help him, but he was generous and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, the lion was caught in the tangles of a hunter's net, unable to free himself. That's the one I just did. So that's going to come after this one. The mouse knew the angry roaring and quickly found the lion struggling in the net. Running to one of the great ropes that bound him, he gnawed it until it split apart, and soon the lion was free. You laughed when I said I would repay you, said the mouse. Now you see that even a mouse can help a lion. Right? This is number one. He's lying there. Then he spots the mouse. Then he holds the mouse, and then the mouse helps him. So that's the last page. So this one needs to go on here. This one needs to go on here. And this one needs to go on here. And that is how we're doing it. That's our order. So I want to check and make sure I have this cut the way I want it. And then it needs to be on white paper. White. More white scraps. So white. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was getting it right. Okay, so white. Make sure that's definitely a scrap. It definitely is a scrap. Okay. Now, because this is a kid's book, as hard as it is, get those edges there. Because it will surely be ripped off. Make sure and leave enough room to get around all these tangles, or whatever you want to call them. The grass coming up, the spirals, the whatever we're going to call them. Okay. Get back on the glue. Okay. Now we got to cut this out. So, like I said, I'm not even too worried about it being perfect. I'm gonna come in here and not go as far in, because that is a tough one. I don't like tips, but I'm gonna have to come back here for that. I meant to ink the edges and I forgot, and now since I didn't, I'm not gonna be able to on any of them. So now I'm gonna come here. I will be cutting that tip. around it here, around it here. All right, now I need the black. I think I'm gonna be able to get them all on this one sheet of black, which is good. It's not a real thick black. Yeah, okay. Don't forget these edges. And Dieta watched my video, and Dieta says to leave a note for my granddaughter in the book, and I'm going to do that. In that pocket that I hold the story in, I'm going to leave a note. Didn't cut that enough. I can. It's gonna drive me crazy. There we go. Just don't like the pointing. It looks like, I don't know. To me, it feels like you just snipped off the cut or something. I don't know. I just don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna cut out now. And like I said, on the black, I'm probably even less detailed. And you can go as thick or as thin as you want. I'm just gonna come up around this way. And this way. So you see with the spirally ones, I'm even less detailed because you really don't want to do all that, do you? So I'm just gonna go up and over and done. I don't like how thick that is right there. Okay, I think that's better. And now these ones can go in the middle of the page more. So I'm gonna glue that now. See, we're already going on an hour. It's been like 45 minutes. And that's a long time for videos for you guys to be watching. And I know you probably get bored and you're like, I don't even want to watch no more. Okay, this one's been sitting. And I'm going to move it out and set it over here. And I'm going to put this one under the weight. Now, so that can hold it down. So I just got my cutting plates and the marquee, and that marquee's heavy enough to hold it. Okay. So this is our first page. Yep. So I'm gonna check and make sure I cut that out the way I like it. I like it. Okay, it's good for me. And this one shouldn't be hard to cut out. Oh, there's spiral. A spiral. This one, I think I'm going to try to get these tiny here, so I'll just cut the corners in this side and of course the top. Oh, tweets. Maybe I shouldn't have given him that name. Maybe it should have been like Chatter or oh, maybe Silence. I don't know. Like Baby would talk and squawk and make noises. I just don't think Baby was this loud. And you can't compare them because they're like everything else, you know. All our pets all have different personalities, just like we humans do. So they're nothing alike, but man, this one's personality. So Baby was pretty kind of meek and mild, and Baby, of course I had Baby when Baby was younger, you know, so but this one is just so full of personality and, you know, like I was saying in the other video, kind of ornery and stubborn and endearing at the same time, because if I said I didn't already love this bird, I'd be lying to you. So it's kind of just probably good that it's so different from Baby, but at the same time, my Baby was so sweet. So okay, so like I said, this one doesn't have much detail anyways, so it's gonna be a pretty simple one to cut out. And then I guess this is about all probably for this video, because, and if you're new to my channel and you're watching, here's the thing, I do not edit anything. And the reason I don't edit anything is because sometimes it's where people will edit that the mistakes happen. And I've even had that happen, even though I try not to edit. I've had things happen. So like I could be telling you, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing here. I'm just gonna trim all of these. And then maybe I trim too close, or, you know, something happens and I don't tell you. And that's not fair, in my opinion. I want to show you all of it. The good, the bad, the whatever. All of it. So now this is going to go here. Right here. So I show it all. So this is going to be just part 2, and I was hoping that actually I'd be able to finish it, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Okay, so here's this. Now let me take this out. So this one now, it still needs, so what I might do is go ahead and do 2 and see how that works, if it's too wobbly, because that one still needs to be pressed down. Okay, now this one, and see a little bit of, so I said in the other one when I was cutting them, if I cut and I leave extra, that's all right, because I can always trim it down. But if I cut and I cut off too little, I can't put it back. So then I'm just stuck with it messed up. And I'm sure there's ways around it. There's always a way to fix it. Oh, this is not a scrap. Is this? No, that's the book. Here. This is a scrap. What am I doing? Will that fit? No. Will it fit this way? No. No. Nope. That's a background. Okay. I thought I had enough scraps, but I'm gonna have to use I can't get it 2 pages up. Wait a minute. 1 minute. Here's a scrap. I found a scrap. Yay. So that might look a little odd. Maybe we can take care of that. I think I'm gonna leave it on. I'm wondering about the hat. I'm gonna leave it. Just gonna try to make it less noticeable. So the fact that it came out like that maybe will help. Does it help? Maybe I need to come up from here. That's better. Definitely better. Okay. Glue here for sure. Glue it, glue it. I want to glue all that. Like I said, I'm doing it for a child, a 6-year-old, so... Make sure that rat tail is there, or mouse tail. It's not a rat, it's a mouse. Okay, push it down. All right. So I'm gonna come up. And you know I'm not going to want a pointy edge on there. It's a lot of cutting, and the question is it worth it? I don't mind doing it. So to me, it's worth it. If it turns out cute, it will definitely be worth it. Okay, so now we're gonna come in, going the other way. Yeah, no, whoop-de-doo. I don't know why that works for me, but it does. This is my way to cut, but for some things, I'm better off if I go backwards. So, you know, we all have to do our own. What works for you is what works for you. If you want to try that and see if that helps you, try it on something not important, because it could really mess you up if it doesn't work for you. You know, no pointy edge. I don't mind. See, I just don't like that tip. The tip. So, all right, and I'm gonna get the black. And now it needs to go on the black. So, it's gonna have to go obviously underneath the weight. Also, I'm gonna cut it. And like I said before, this one, even less detail cutting. So, you know, you're just gonna, of course that's up to you. If you wanna do it the same exact way, you can. I just feel like it, for some reason, helps it. And it helps you keep your mat size a little more consistent also. Because if I was to go into here, there's not going to be much black mat there. And you can always come back and trim anything that you feel needs to be trimmed. So, okay, there we go. Another one. Okay. What I also want to say too about this project is I want to take things like, so I showed you the grass. I'm going to want to put that and tuck that in to the picture somehow. And maybe I should have already done that, but I didn't. But I want to take some of the scraps from the page and put it in. Is that not straight or is that just, and so I still need to do that. I still need to do the cover. So this is the first page. Then this page will go like this, right? And then this page is where he's getting him out. And then the page where, wait. I think this is the last. No. I don't remember. 1, 2, no. Then the other one is where he's holding him up. Here's where he ran across his paw, right? He ran across his, so he's laying in the jungle. A mouse runs across his paw. He grabs the mouse. The mouse says, "Please save me." And then the lion, he saves the lion by gnawing through the rope. Just so another thing is I want this also to be matte and layered. Got white paper here. No, no, that's not good. That's not good white paper. Mm-hmm. So I guess I am gonna have to use that white because I don't think it'll fit on there. No. But this also needs to be matted and layered. And I think I'm gonna go ahead. I guess this will wait for the next video because we are at an hour. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it real quick. And so the video would be longer than an hour. But let's just get the matting and layering over with. I hope this fits on that black. We'll find out. I can always put this on some of the pretty paper instead of the black, or I could triple mat it. No, might not fit on that black piece. Right. There's a number one, but I don't think it's gonna fit. And this black. Do we really need it on the black? Can we have it on the green? Oh, I don't think I like that. What about that? Nope, yes, it needs to be black. Nope. I'm hoping to find a scrap piece of, here's a gray. How about the gray? Oh, maybe it should have all been matted in the gray. That looks nice. I'm gonna use the gray for this one. I don't think it matters that it's different. I do know I want it to be sturdy enough for her to hold. Or whoever to hold. Ooh. It doesn't feel as thick as the other. As the black, even though the black wasn't thick. It feels thicker than this does. And I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and laminate this before the next video. So yeah, we're getting long here. See what happens when I try to rush it. I'm getting all uneven. Oh no. That means I'm gonna have to cut it all down. Trim it all. Trim it all. Gotta get closer. Take my time. I think that's okay. Okay. So this is done, and this is gonna, like I said, I'll put a pocket. I'll put a pocket right here, and this can sit in the pocket. And then maybe I'll write a note and put a note in a pocket on the back page. What do you think? Diana, what do you think? Is that a good way to do the note, or does the note need to be actually written and glued into the book? Okay. So I got that sitting on. Wait. So, number 1. Page 1. Page 2. Page 3. And page 4. Okay, I thought the lion got a thorn stuck in his paw and couldn't get it out. That's what I thought. I didn't think he got tangled up in rope, but maybe they have to change it, or maybe the version I heard isn't an accurate version. Either way, it's good. So, all right, everybody, if you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. Everybody have a blessed day, and I hope you join me again. Bye-bye now.